Hi guys! So this video is for the advanced band, and we're going to be going over a very famous melody written by Mozart. And it's the March from Rondo Alla Turca, number 72 in your book. So I'm going to start just by playing this for you, so you can hear what it sounds like and maybe see if it sounds familiar to you. So that's 1 and 2 and 1. Yeah. It might sound a little bit more familiar if I play it faster. So I hope you might have heard that somewhere. It's very, very famous. It was written by Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, and we're going to try to learn some of it. Now, this song is a little tricky. There's a lot of eighth notes, and there are some slurs, and there's some accents in there, and there's a repeat sign at the end. But we're not going to worry about any of that right now. So the first thing we're going to do is take a look at our key signature. And flutes, you will see that you have 3 flats: B flat, E flat, and A flat. Clarinets and trumpets, you should see only 1 flat, B flats. Saxophones, you should see 2 sharp signs, F sharp and C sharp. And remember, the key signature tells you what notes are going to be sharp or flat for the entire song. So any of those notes you see that I just said are going to be flat or sharp for the entire song. The next thing we're going to take a look at is our time signature. And you can see our time signature says 2/4, which means 2 beats in every measure. And then here we see these 2 eighth notes, and that's not 2 full beats. So that means these are pickup notes. So these start on beat 2 because they're 1 beat. So I would count 1, 2, 1, and then we would come in. And let's just try that. Let's try those first 3 notes. If you have your instrument picked up. 1 and 2 and 1 and. So just like that, it goes 1, 2, 1 and. Then we come in on 2. Then the rest is straightforward after that for counting. Now you will see you have some of these greater than symbols, which remember are accents, which means we want to play that note a little stronger, a little louder than the other notes. You also see some slurs, but as we're learning the song, don't worry about these accents or the slurs. Let's just worry about the notes. So we did these first 3 notes. Now we have a lot of eighth notes all together. And what you want to do is start slow. Go through them. Make sure you tongue every single one of them. If you're not tonguing, you're going to make it harder for yourself. And let's just take a look at the pattern. We see the notes are going up, and then they go back down, and then they go back up. So they're going through the scale. And that makes it easier than when it jumps around. So we're going to start in the very beginning, and we're going to go all the way to here, a 3rd full measure. We're not going to worry about the accents or the slur right now. We're just going to tongue We're just going to tongue every single note. 1 and 2 and 1 and. So make sure the only long note in this section is that first quarter note. Every other note you're playing are eighth notes. So we're going to do that again, but this time I'm going to add in the 2 slurs. 1 and 2 and 1 and. Really the 1 slur, I'm looking ahead and getting ahead of myself. But now if we look at the next measure, our notes aren't following that nice pattern. they're jumping around a little bit. So let's just try this measure. This is measure 1, 2, 3, measure 4. 1 and 2. And let's do that again. 1 and 2. And now let's try to add in the slur. 1 and 2. And now let's add the next note. So that same 4 notes plus one more note. 1 and 2. And those last 3 notes we played should sound a lot like the beginning. It keeps repeating. We have those 3 notes in the very beginning, then they come back here, and then they come back again here. So we play that pattern 3 times, which is helpful. So now we're going to keep going, and we're going to start on this note, this quarter note, and we're going to look at our 8th notes. Again, they're going up and then back down, all in nice order. But then here is where they jump around a little bit. So let's actually take a look at this measure. So this measure, you've got 1 and 2. And again, 1 and 2. And now let's add the slur. 1 and 2. And now let's add the last note. 1 and 2. And now we're going to start here and play to the end. So 1 and 2. And again, the trickiest part about the song is just getting your fingers in there. But once you get used to those patterns of the 8th notes going up and down, it gets easier and you can focus more on those 2 measures where the 8th notes jump around. So now we're going to start in the beginning. We're going to play the whole song. We're not going to do the repeat, but when you practice at home, do your repeat. So 1 and 2 and 1 and. So once you break the song up like that, it's not as tricky as it looks. And it sounds really nice, and it is fun to play once you get it in your fingers. So just practice that, practice going up, down. Don't worry about the slurs and the accents at first. Just practice getting the notes, tongue all of your notes. Then go back, add in those slurs. But yeah, I hope this is helpful. You can now go practice number 72, 73, and 74, which there should be a video about in the coming days. And remember, your Flipgrid assignment is the first 7 measures of the Bamba. So be a lookout for that video. And do your attendance question, do your practice log, do your Flipgrid if you want to get a good grade. And after you finish watching this video, click turn in. And yeah, I hope this was helpful. I hope you guys are doing well, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.